So that's a really interesting question, this idea of participation versus contribution. There's a fantastic article from Henry Jenkins. It's a white paper on participatory culture. And it produces a lot of challenges because, we often think that if we like something, for instance, on Facebook, that we've done something. There's a term that they use called slacktivism, that, if we click on something, we feel better about ourselves, but we've really done nothing in that particular sense. So I think we have to move well beyond that and become contributors. And to become a contributor means a different sort of position. So for instance, one of the things that I use with my students is I ask them these two questions that we base their assessments on. The first question is, how am I making my learning visible? So a big part of that is making their learning visible through blogs or Twitter or whatever else. And that might be in a forum post, that might be in a number of different ways, but in a very transparent way, making learning visible. The second assessment point that we use is, how am I contributing to the learning of others? And that is something we've never thought about because we've always been in this mind your own business mode. We've never thought that my learning is linked to the learning of another person. And when we start to think differently, when we create this different mindset that this is a social learning environment, that this is all about social learning, it's not simply about individual learning, we think differently about our contributions. So where more often, if we can create a mindset around this, that it's not simply clicking something for our delight and to make someone smile on the other side of that, but to actually go deeper and to actually create a contribution. And it really, when it comes down to it, if you look at examples, you can take 9-year-old blogger Martha Payne from Scotland, who created a food blog. This is something she ran home after school to create this food blog to improve the food in her cafeteria. This is a fantastic example of a 9-year-old who basically decided in her own hands to make a part of her world a little bit better. So with all of these technologies, social media, networks, all of these things that we have access to, if we don't create a better world, if we don't create a more informed world, if we don't contribute to the learning of others, what are we doing with it? What's the use of having all of this? So I think it's really important that we teach contribution. We teach the idea that for the first time in our lives, we can create more than we consume. We can develop things that are amazing to others. We can share those particular artifacts. If we don't feel we're creative, we may seem very creative to someone else. And so I think we have to kind of move beyond the vulnerabilities that we may feel, beyond the sort of the hesitance to share, and to really create something. And it starts within our local communities.